Kuno, I had this fucking dream.
Yeah, Kuno saw that. A nightmare about bitches.
How did you know?
How did you know?
Kuno knows that shit. All the worst dreams are about bitches. You wouldn't believe the shit Kuno sees about C.
It's not good. This C in his dreams.
Oh yeah, we never really figured out what was up with Kunessa.
Now let's get this shit back.
Yeah,
on the
I don't know
road,
if there's anything you
Just
can
make
do with
sure you
Kuno
don't
S.
die. Kuno's no fucking mortician.
Alright. Alright, back to the case.
We have only 20% of the apricot chewing gum scented one.
Yeah. It's probably gonna damage us anyway.
Yeah, hold on. I want to look through all the old thoughts now. White morning. The bow collector was one of them. Yeah. Cleaning out the rooms, I guess, could have been one of them. Finger pistols, 9mm. God, I wish I'd gotten that.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of these. I think I did get opioid receptor.
I did so many drugs. How did I not get opioid receptor?
Think you maybe need higher physicality so that you have a higher electrochemistry earlier on.
Oh, maybe.
Because your electrochemistry didn't get up there till like mid-game.
Yeah, I kind of had to push that.
Soft covers.
Whew. What's in these lockers? Man, if I had kept Jamrock Shuffle, I would have gotten better loot there.
You see a small metal door nested inside a larger one. A heavy steel blast door. There is a conventional keyhole above the handle. It's very small.
Oh, opioid receptor antagonist, not opioid receptor.
Hmm.
So I would have had to have been sober for that. I'm not good at sober.
Another part of Death Island.
Oh yeah, I did.
Some
You know, I
secret
didn't
hidden
actually
shit
take any
Kuno
drugs
thinks
in my game, oddly
important
enough.
Shit.
How do we open this?
Kuno don't know how to pick this lock. This one's military shit.
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs beneath the ceiling. It must control the blast door.
You see any controls anywhere?
Console over there. Yeah. Let's get this big shit open.
Let's open it up.
Oh, that's on the upper level.
Green paint flicks off the monoblock aluminium cabinet. There are rows of switches on the front panel, a frequency band, and even a keyboard. The keys look like teeth. This keyboard hasn't been functional in decades.
Old hardware from the big power box upstairs. Circuit bender shit. Military grade.
Is this the opener?
Kuno isn't a machine meister. Agent ouvert. Alluma. Radio diffuser. Yeah, why the fuck not?
This device was used to control the electronics in the room. It could open doors, control lights, function as a radio computer.
What about lights?
Nothing happens.
What about the radio?
The dial slides under the glass. Silently, you make out defunct stations on the UKV frequency. The words, Feld Insula, are written on the band.
Whoa, told ya. Military mega grade. Also like 400 years old, I think. 1,000?
It's an air-gapped system, an off-air military model. Its circuits are nearly impossible to bend, i.e., it cannot be remote controlled.
Open.
Kuno's gonna stop you right there. This ain't gonna work. Not without the juice. You gotta fuel that shit if you want it to work. Let's look outside, maybe.
Bastards. Give me
I think
the
we saw
juice.
something on our way in.
Oh, what's in this step? 20 real. Sorry. 0.20 real. 20
0.2
cents.
real.
Man. I'm going to go buy so many bubble gums. Bazooka Joe comics for days.
That gum was never very good, was it?
Now I'm sad again. So she got on the plane, and he immediately just said, well, time to go fucking drink my life to death.
Time to go crazy. Time to just carry this for the rest of my fucking life.
Yay!
And definitely, at all costs, never go to therapy.
Exactly. Never admit I was wrong.
Then we'll literally become cops rather than go to therapy.
A strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just wander off into the sea. Leave it all and walk in with a bottle in your hand.
A bottle in my hand?
Always.
Why?
Perhaps there's someone there, under the water, waiting for you, where it has always been, in front of the video rental, on the corner, at the crossing.
Oh, okay. So they're foreshadowing the dream here.
Mm-hmm.
Smelling of tutti frutti and betrayal.
But it's cold.
Cold and still. But love is warm, like the inside of her mouth.
Yes, please.
Oh, fuck, yes. Go there in your head. It's been days since you thought about her. A week. No, we're not starting with that. Not now. Not this time. This thought is over. In the still mirror of the bay, you see Martinez, reflected. Tall edifices of ruins reach into the water, like shimmering towers. And the shacks too. Pine trees and motor lorries, upside down. Islets and posts, like stepping stones, lead into the water in front of you. Go. Step in. It's been too long.
Goodbye, intrusive thoughts. I gotta wonder what it's like for a neurotypical person to play this game.
Shrug.
I can only imagine.
Was there another exit?
Yeah, the way we came in. Do neurotypical. Well, because there's been a lot in this game that's like, oh yeah, I can relate to that. I know that I can only relate to that because my brain is broken. What must it be like for someone whose brain works?
There's probably some surface level entertainment there.
Maybe. The dancing. Look at the dancing. The dancing was pretty great, though.
Oh yeah, the other door. That door.
What's this? Ooh, a scarf. Sucks to be poor. Do 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 do. Hey, you know where I could find some gas?
It's looking like that,
The
isn't
skiff
it?
is swaying on the waves by the dock. The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island to the supply depot on the coast.
Cool fucking chain. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno would use it to bring shit to the island.
The skiff is swaying on the wake.
Huh. You know, I thought that your thought that you didn't say, but I read your mind, and I want to say you're correct.
What am I thinking now, Mr. Psychic?
Kuno is a nice boy.
Kuno is a nice boy. Well, let's see what it says when we try to return to the mainland. Because they made it pretty clear that this was...
Oh, they'll let you go.
Oh, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
They made it pretty clear that it was point of no return time. Because the boat doesn't have enough gas.
Are you sure? There's shit we need to do, Sheriff.
The skiff is
Oh, okay,
swaying.
maybe not.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay, so the fuel has to be on the island.
Okay. Well, it's not
Oh, you
there.
know what? Maybe it's not siphoning it from the boat. Because then how would you get back from the island?
Well, there seems to be a bit of a we don't need to worry about the return trip vibe. Our character is suicidally unconcerned with his future. And Kuno has his own ways.
This old cylindrical generator waits with it.
Reckless, that's the word I was trying to think of. Suicidally reckless.
The heavy metal
I missed something. Okay.
Yeah, I want to say we didn't find something.
See what's out this way. A Siberia. Loading. I gotta start getting some of those fucking blams like Daggeron has to fill space on loading screens.
Well, we haven't played a lot of games where loading screens have been an issue. I guess Psychonauts is one of them.
Yeah, Psychonauts had some bad loading screens. This has had some bad loading screens. Oddly enough, Blood Omen did not.
God, I bet they're worse on the Switch.
Oh yeah. Well, like I
'Cause
said,
I've got like Cuphead on both the Switch and Steam, and man, there's no comparison between the loading times.
really. The fucking oh hey, there was a whole path up this way.
Okay,
Oh,
there we go.
look, a can of gas.
There's a rain-soaked mattress on a concrete slab, only half covered by the crumbling roof. At the head of it, double embrasures, firing slits like two eyes in the wall. This is B Triple Prime on the island, a nest.
Oh ho.
A single-person mattress, modern, civilian use. Brand name, Marjorie. There's a fuel stain on the cover, along with cigarette burns, and an empty can of beans on the ground next to it, filled to the brim with cigarette butts.
Pick
The
one out.
silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter. The brand, Tio Motieri. Contemporary Revacholians prefer Druan, a local blend from the southern islands, or Astra, the legendary cigarette from Grad. Diamatiri is favored by older men for its paper filter tips, sweet smell, and added tar.
Is Renee the killer?
There's a firing slit in the wall in front of you, like a little window. Quite old and grimy from years without cleaning by anything other than the rain. The springs screech as you lean on the mattress and crane your neck to look out. Trepidation, a tingling feeling in your stomach. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the square in front of you, like a tiny landscape painting. 1 kilometer across the water, the ruins look familiar. A towering skyscraper, its top floors shaved off by artillery fire. Capeside apartments, Rue de Saint-Gislain, 33A and 33B. The red chimney and collapsed back of the 4-story tenement in front of the Whirling in Rags, Rue de Saint-Gislain, 10. The doomed commercial area.
And between the two?
Shaped silhouette of the Whirling in Rags, you see a small fleck of white on the rooftop, the upstairs window of Clausia's room, in the snow, reflecting light.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker! You see in the window or not?
More than that,
With a pair of binoculars, I could see inside the room.
Fucking knew it. This is a sniper's nest, right? Fucking assassin action. Colonel barely understands what's happening, but he likes the shit.
Could he still be here? On the island.
Right, fucking on. Let's get a move on. We're out in the open here.
Huh.
It was this island.
The cigarettes make me think it could have been Renee. I don't know what his motive would have been. But he's a soldier, so he could theoretically have the training to do that shot, and he's an old man, which would match with the cigarettes.
So, all right, let's move a bit forward with that. What do we know about Renee?
He had, I don't think we did the whole story, but there was definitely some kind of friction with him and his wife. Or lover or something. There was that photo in the... Wait, we probably still have the fucking photo. Not that photo.
Oh, it was a postcard.
It was a postcard. Was he trying to kill...
There it is.
Yeah.
Well, let's
Revachol Fair, summer of 91. This would have been decades ago. He wouldn't really have known that Lely would have been there unless he was trying to kill Clausia. So that's my working theory there.
Where do we deposit the gas? Into the generator?
I think it's an empty can, and we gotta go get it out of the boat.
Oh.
Which I guess makes sense. Like, what the fuck was I gonna do? Just like, oh,
Wait,
look,
is it empty?
I think so.
Check the canister.
Yeah, I'll check it. So if it was Renee, and he wanted to kill Clausia for some reason... Oh, no, there's some in there. And just by an accidental coincidence, he shot Lely instead.
This old cylindrical generator waits with its fuel cap open.
Or we're missing something very obvious.
Side and across the
Or
floor.
you pour fuel into the tank.
Or it was probably Scott Shelby.
The boy helps you
Yes,
out,
of course.
holding the canister
Obviously.
to the fuel tank as you tilt.
God, fuck that game in particular for that.
Pulls out, and the room fills with
Unreliable narrator
smell.
bullshit. Broke so many fucking basic rules of mysteries.
There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder and a start rope on the other side. Kuno flicks the switch. The recoil start wakes the
Quantic Dream apparently has a contract from LucasArts. They are making the next Star Wars game.
down to a rattle.
Oh, man.
I have no fucking idea what to say to that.
We're in. We're doing this.
Please don't. If you like Star Wars, I guess.
Star Wars has definitely lost a lot of points with me recently. Already been delayed. Great. I saw a trailer for it. It's called Eclipse. I was watching a collection of trailers on YouTube. There's this one channel I watch that's just like, here's new movie trailers this month, and just and it was roped in with one of those because I guess they thought it was a movie because it's fucking Quantic Dream.
A dim golden glow animates the console. Faint, like a ghost light.
Ah, shit! It's on. 10 emergency. Open.
Let's do it.
Comes screeching to a halt. Behind it, you see a hole in the concrete wall where light shines in.
That would also explain why he didn't kill the twins, because if it was one of those mercenaries, they're evil motherfuckers. They would have just killed those two little kids and not given a shit.
Fucking right.
I felt someone watching
Kuno
me.
knows. This place is spooky as fuck.
Don't worry, kid. I'm a good guy with a gun.
Are you? Are you?
He squints into your soul. What's
Kuno
there?
doesn't know, but Kuno wants to know.
Wait, there's something I need to do with this
The door is
console.
open. We can just fuck on now.
Fair enough. All right. Come with me, small child, into uncertainty. Walk slow. Do 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 do. Boom. I'm gonna just go ahead and do one of these. Oh, hello.
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth,
Okay, wasn't Renee.
then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours. Unclouded by cataracts, his eyesight is sharp. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
Okay, so this also breaks like all the rules of mystery stories. Introduce a new character at the 11th hour that turned out to be the killer. But also solving the mystery is like the lowest priority in this game. Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell 2 kids to put out their fire?
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position.
The position sounds like a hiding place.
KO Nick loves this part. Didn't see it with Kuno, though. Well, here we go.
Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
You've retained your eyesight.
My eyesight? Yes. Helps me see all the shit.
Have we got one of those, what the fuck was that story? About the Japanese soldiers on the island. I forget what they called it. They basically,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm just not confirming either way.
Yeah, the holdouts. That's what it was. Where they didn't know the war was over and they just kept fighting. Ow, no.
And you opened it. How?
I fueled the generator. How did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
You sure? I didn't hear anything.
I told you not to play shitty rock.
You didn't even... You weren't even
It was
there.
Sad FM.
It was Sad FM.
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. Sadness is a mental illness. A weapon of the bourgeoisie. The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
Okay, I'm going to ask a question and either answer it or stay silent, I guess. But does this guy's politics change depending on what you have done in the game?
No.
Okay, so these communist leanings are always here. It's not just because
Yes.
I was communist cop. Okay. Nice gun you got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
He's the real commie. Is that a Belma grave?
It's a Triangong 446.
Southeast Samarin made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
Because it would be kind of shitty if this character changed his politics depending on the choices you make. I would feel kind of cheated at that.
Yeah, no, it's really important
Gun.
to the story.
Sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
Sinyao Commune, you say?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk, white from the ball.
I'm going to need you to put that gun down so we can talk further. I'm a cop.
You are a glorified night watchman. This is a service rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of corresponding rank.
I am a commander of rank. I'm a double Yefritor lieutenant. That's a rank.
The words, I am an enemy commander, sound cold as iron from your lungs. The old man still hugs his gun.
And what rank would that be? Dog.
There you go. Lieutenant W. Freitor.
Big wheel of the 4th Regiment of the Pederast Army.
The pederast... What?
It's a walking stick anyway. It's out of bullets.
He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound. A strange sadness, like a song.
What did you say?
The future teaches you to be alone.
The present,
Let him say it.
The present to be afraid and cold.
Who are you?
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
Wait. Like the fucking ancient army?
You're a holdover from the Insulindian Citizens Militia.
Yes. Recruited from Jamrock in 07. Trained in the École de Contrôle Arion. Consigned to emergency defense duties in 08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
You've been on this island for 43 years.
No. I've been on other islands, too. I was an Resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
You said you deserted your unit.
I was just 16 years old, 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith.
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took
For what?
for reaction to take hold.
What's reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
Yes, we all have a tiny bourgeois person in us trying to run away.
He does not seemingly react to what you said. Only his right brow moves a little.
So not a very joking crowd we
He
have
does
here.
not believe a police officer is genuinely revolutionary.
You know that part in Lisa where I say this is the last joke in the game?
Uh-huh.
We passed that a while ago.
When was this exactly?
The 13th.
I don't know.
Oh, wait.
I don't know the exact last
44
joke in
years
Disco
ago.
Elysium.
No, the next line of dialogue was, and when was this exactly?
Airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic?
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower, huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
A terrible shame still within him. The lobes of his ears are red with it. The shame and smallness of what he became.
What then?
I ran. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers underground, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
What was that?
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know.
There's no way this could be relevant to today's world, oh no.
That the bourgeois are not human.
I've always suspected the same.
I had to fight it. I could not stop anymore.
What is this place?
Not an island. What? It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
What was it used for?
The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world.
You mean the retaking of Revachol?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
Okay, I'm not one of them.
You are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people Deathblow?
Murderers.
You don't know. You haven't seen it. Iblis.
Iblis?
The black-eyed angel.
Shaitan Ahura, the Darkened One.
How have you survived all this
How does
time?
anyone survive? I steal.
Steal what?
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
How's your health?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stool, too.
That's not good.
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
Kuno's dad has this shit. Wine belly. The cops can take care of this, right? Medicine shit. With, like, facilities.
Well, I mean, yeah, could be serious. You need to get looked at.
Need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
We also have Druamine.
Well, we got some painkillers. You want some painkillers?
I have been running out of that stuff.
How have you been coping?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. Others filled with pain only. A decade of I don't even know what. Inferno?
You notice that the adolescent at your side is about to say something.
Kuno could do this shit. Live all alone like this. Kuno could hack it.
Good, Kuno. Be that. I saw the traitors of this city turn the lights back on. More and more each year. Ruins glittering in the dark. Like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have moved on?
How have you concealed yourself?
It was hard in the tens. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
What was that like?
What was it like? There was hope. A little hope. They needed to snuff it out. Martinez and Coal City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Those fucking kips have Krasmasov coursing in their veins.
So if Krasmazov is meant to be a corollary to Karl Marx, then it would be amiss to not acknowledge that Karl Marx was terribly anti-Semitic.
Mm-hmm.
And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequency's dead.
So it would stand to reason that, you know, this kind of old time communist would be a little racist.
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
So in the city you move underground?
Bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted.
Why don't you then?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
He does not want to see life moving on. People forgetting, drinking, laughing.
You been to the weapons cache? Like, I don't know, I don't need to know where he's been specifically. It doesn't seem important.
Looks across the water, at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
So you said this is a termless surrender.
The RCM. The coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. A so-called Lieutenant W. Freighter.
I know what it looks like, but I have secret plans to turn the RCM into a Mazovian revolutionary unit.
Rock and roll posturing. You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversaries.
I wonder how Kim would react to that if he were here.
Yeah, this will be interesting to see on your other run.
Yeah.
Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
A spray of blood from his mouth on the black charcoal in the fire pit. Rene, the royalist on the coast, said,
You never signed the instrument of surrender.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist Party.
Is that why you've been here for 43 years, even though it's not been 43 years, because the party didn't surrender?
Just wipes the blood from his chin.
That's insane.
You're insane.
Well,
Radio shows,
fair.
speed racing, sporting goods. None of it is real.
43 years.
Years and 10 months.
That's insane.
That's insane.
How a human being should live. But I had to. I couldn't just forget. I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing all this time?
Hiding.
I found your porn.
Waiting.
Where the afternoon grows late, on Rue de Saint-Ghislain, people walk home. Street lights will soon be lit. Further inland, the streets are alive with workers, men, women, children, street hawks and migrant laborers. The temperature is steady. Alto cumulus clouds form above Precinct 41. Two police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite officer Jean-Vic Mayer inspects a series of burnt black letters splashed across the plaza mosaic.
They're here.
Patrol officer Judith Minot points west. The fishing village. She glances at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk. The officers go, leaving behind the writing, still smoldering. One day, it says, I will return to your side.
Always waiting.
For what?
For her to return.
Her who?
Girl, child, revolution.
Girl, child, revolution?
Always.
I dare not dream anymore?
Good. The material base for an uprising has eroded.
I feel like I missed something on the communist path about girl-child revolution.
And themselves.
I don't know what he's talking about with that line.
Yeah.
The historic opportunity for our
Well,
revolution
let's face it,
has
this guy is
passed.
not entirely
It
all
will
here.
not
I mean, fair.
anymore. However hard I try, whatever I do.
What has he done? Perhaps a confession will lighten the load.
What have you done?
I just mourn.
So you're a communist soldier, eh?
I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
But you were trained and assigned to the thingy.
In historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
What's a political commissar do?
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
My pig asked you a question. Quit spazzing out and tell him about the...
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a knight philosopher of the revolution, a future human.
He was like a cleric, a shepherd.
So you were like a priest?
No, the opposite of that. A future human, not
So you-
a human of the past.
That means you're a trained communist,
He
then.
nods slowly. Then another tremor.
I'm also a communist.
No, you're not. You're a liberast.
No, really, I'm a communist. I have communist thoughts in my head.
All the real communists are dead. They died fighting for communism. Are you dead? No. You're an inert lumpen with a gun.
I know a couple of guys in a book club you might like to meet.
The old man spits into the fire pit. He does not say anything more.
Okay, now for the big question.
Lower body.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
Whoosh.
Composure legendary.
Hold on, old man, stay put.
I ain't going anywhere.
This feels like the final check. It's the same slot. Get rid of that. Okay, nothing else. Taking composure. We are gonna want some speed. And that's all we got. I found the murder weapon. Oh, I never found out if I was working for La Puta Madre. Let's see. Composure is maxed out as best it can. Okay.
Minions of capital.
Wait. What good is meth if you don't do the meth? There we go.
Minions of capital. What do you want?
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stopped and patched in places with tape and wire. The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao. The rifle's in a shabby state. On the butt, you see...
This guy smoked a lot of people with this, huh?
No response from the old man. The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It can be used against him to get a confession in time.
There we go. What have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Well, there you go.
Even the kid can smell it.
Killing people? Like straight offing them?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
You mean like lately? After the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those. No. Be careful now. Slow and steady does it. Make him repeat it first. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
Did you use that gun to kill a colonel of the security contractor Krenel?
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
That fascist death squad who took a bullet last week.
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him? Fucking tell this cop.
God damn it, Kuno.
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Again with this pederast stuff.
Drop of blood in the saliva. Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession. The gun. The murder weapon is the perfect opener. The scent of blood in the air. But what else? There was something you can't remember. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing. Go with something else first.
We've done the ballistics. The shot came from here.
Poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
He's practically admitting to it. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
It's the best uninterrupted line of sight into that window in all of Martinez.
Sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Well, I got this gun.
Got nothing to say about that boomstick, huh? You choking? That's the stick that did it?
Yes, it's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistols. I've seen you prance around with those, jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons, eh? Going against automatic rifles with a flame bomb. Of course you got all those boys killed.
Hey.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting. So he saw you. Okay. So what? Don't let it divert you.
Doesn't matter. I got the murder weapon.
You let them all die. Pranced around. Let your little friend be shot too. I didn't get a good look at that. Tell me, did he bleed out?
I have to be calm. I'm calling
Who are
it.
you trying to prove this to, huh? Your friend? He's not here. He's dead, isn't he?
That's the murder weapon, and I got more on you.
This pushed him, but not enough. Just a little more.
What am I forgetting?
Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybells. The dried
What?
Maybells on Clausia's roof.
The Maybells, Kuno! The Maybells!
There were
Well, have you
Maybells
noticed what's on this
when we
island?
got here, and Maybells
Is that a
on
Maybells?
Clausia's balcony.
All these reeds.
No, those are reeds.
Nowhere in all of Martinez have you seen them. Wait, don't forget the footprints. The diagonal prints in the dust in the secret space behind Clausia's bedroom. Now they're gonna come up.
Of
You
course.
got it. Remember, the boot prints were like no modern soul.
What? What boots were you wearing?
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa. Some shit.
Show me the soles of your boots,
Fucking
please.
imbecile.
The maker is Sensorique. The model is Corbeil, and the size is 43. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern soles you saw in the dust on the floor of the hidden room. They do, however, seem to be about the same size.
Wait, drama says it might be easier than that.
Simpler? No. This is another loose thread you will never connect.
Goddamn footprints everywhere. I hate them!
The kid stares at you, slack-jawed. He thinks, what are you doing? We almost got him here. Not now. Stop yourself.
Yo, people change shoes. You were sneaking around, right? Casing the joint or what?
Yeah. What were you doing in there?
Trying to rack your brains. You're desperate to report something back to your masters. They must have
He
really...
has more than one pair of boots, dickhead.
The old man stares at his own prints in the ash around the fire. Silent suddenly, some strange process within him. A gush of wind. Seagulls in the distance. You've almost got him. Just the last little push.
Maybells, motherfucker!
Damn Maybells. The whole island is turning white with them.
He seems tender suddenly. Nostalgic even. A strange mood swing.
So many this year, too. The spring is coming. No, it's already here. Wash the filth away.
I haven't seen these flowers in a long time.
They blossom on the islets before we fertilize them with our blood. Resurrection was snow white in May before they ruined it.
South, the Bay of Martinez is dotted with little freckles of islets, turning green, with white flowers in white snow.
The coast, too, before they piled their containers on top of it, filled with broken, useless trash for fat-fingered bourgeois children to play with.
Bet you've been sneaking around a lot. Hidden. Know any secret paths? Kuno knows paths.
I may.
Young woman called Clausia, ring any bells?
Classier.
Yeah, you know her.
With the victim.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile. A crooked smile. Yet isn't quite voluntary. He's about to burst.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
Look, I'm not saying he didn't deserve it.
Beating us to the ground, moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got
Maybe.
your attention.
Yeah.
Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him.
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
Mm-hmm.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them, in phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth. I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
And what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Yay, new skill point.
Fucking hell.
Boom. The revelation.
Moronic, gloating psychopath.
A motive. A real cop gets a motive now.
Why?
He could say he was taking the fall for someone. It's useless in court without a motive. Go be a cop now. Don't mess it up. Coax it out of him. He's still warm. They were fucking.
So why were you...
I'm always looking.
You always creeping on people through your scope like that?
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like what you see,
Click.
Pull the trigger.
Yes. Think of it as a form of critique.
So the gun doesn't have a scope, though.
He will not stop now.
I think the scope is something you can find elsewhere.
Okay.
Exploit it.
I don't know where though, but I think it's a separate thing you can
Every
find.
little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift. Start with when he first saw him. It will give him a chance to ramble.
Let me assess his body language. Fuck it.
What strikes you about this gaunt
Jeez,
man
these
isn't
low
the stomach
rolls.
pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. For a man who's spent 44 years hidden in the urban wild,
He's surprisingly okay.
he speaks fluidly. His movements are rapid, if erratic. His voice, despite the cough, is there. It is capable of expressing complicated ideas. Above all, he seems animated.
Animated, you say?
It's a mystery. This animation comes at a cost too. Erratic hand gestures, thought processes cut off like threads, as he just stares at the logs or the reeds. He also suffers mood swings, bubbling to the surface, unconstrained by his nervous system. Great leaps of emotion, from anger to grief, despair.
Dementia?
You've seen demented people before. This feels similar, yet different. When his thoughts move, they are lucid, keen even. Not senile. Is it some kind of substance damage? Like he's addicted to something? Not only the painkillers he's clearly on.
Mr. Drells, are you on some kind of psychoactive substance?
No. I won't be stuffed full of shit like the rest of this city.
Didn't he say?
You said you take
I
painkillers.
take them to cope with pain. The people of this city use painkillers because they have pain. Untreated illnesses, not enough money for a greedy doctor.
He is indeed very lucid at times. It's not a downer. Rather an upper, judging by his snaps.
How about Parolidon?
I don't know what that is.
Amphetamines?
Like some kind of decadent rock star.
Wouldn't he just be grumpy because he's had a hard life?
Perhaps, but his seems more than that. The inner turmoil takes unexpected turns, as if forced on him in a way. In summary, you sense some underlying neurological disorder.
How's your memory, Mr. Dross?
No, I'm not okay. I shit blood, and I'm surrounded by insane people.
Can't argue with that.
This is again, erratic hand motions, bouts of rage, and the stomach thing too, of course. Could it be a symptom of overdosing on something? Something even you have not tried? Keep your eyes peeled.
So when did you first see the deceased?
3 weeks ago, when the rich hag came in on her galley. Her honor guard came in tow.
Joyce. He means Joyce.
By that you mean Joyce Messier, the Wild Pines rep.
Wrinkled up whore.
What is it with these whores and pederasts?
Black sexual morals are a bourgeois ploy. As to pederasty, the party legalized it in '04. My party, not your liberal masters.
Scabadanger. Oh, egghead. That was a simpler time in my life.
So don't you sermonize me, you racist shithole. It's still bourgeois when the bourgeois does it, fiddling with their sexual organs.
Some strange glandular process takes place in him at the thought, like yeast rising.
Moving on. The victim arrives sometime after...
Into a deserted apartment above the roundabout. Radio equipment out for all to see. Reactionary radio playing, sloppy and drunk. I've seen their kind during the landing. Those Occidental and messed phalangs weren't conscripts. Boys like us. They were whites. All they know is to destroy and hurt.
Whites?
Barely alive. They like to kill while they're on their drugs. After the landing, in the burning years, I would take shots at them. End them. The worst one, if I had a bullet to spare. I could see they've returned now to show their real face. The face they don't dare show their bourgeois voters back on Mundi with their families and polyester clothes.
What did you specifically not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them fucking. I didn't like that.
So you were, what, jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself, drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
For him to stop reacting to stimuli, to be broken off from the world, cordoned into darkness.
And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second. Writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
That certainly would have simplified everything.
That would have simplified the whole case.
This man has seen past her, like you did. And now he longs to see her covered in blood. To punish her.
How long had you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Feld building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have a skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
And beautiful.
Why do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
Some kind of hidden container on the coast?
Yes, after she'd gone. It was a submersible. Well made, actually.
Did you take the documents?
No, I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to phone. Oh, I mean,
So why did you continue to watch her?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks, and a body hard and lean and bruised all over, black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook, on the run. Revachol's the cloaker of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
The bruises. Can you make that out in a scope?
You could see them with your gun.
You can't see that through a scope. It's just a blur there.
Could have changed shoes. Found the people. How do you know all these minute details about her body?
It quickly comes to you.
So is there any chance you could have seen them through a hole in the wall?
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife. Masturbating.
Everything in him fills with impossible longing, all at once.
You made the hole.
With a clip point knife.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Ever see her through a window on a roof?
Like that, too. Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass.
So yeah, that was you. You just changed your shoes.
I've
It was
been
him.
through all of Martinez. Every nook and cranny.
And that too.
Yes, that too. The things they did in that little room. What she'd do to feel good. Funny the way light works.
So not only does he have like a lifetime's worth of grudge against the fascists, but he's also been infatuated with Claudia, and when those two things met, he just snapped and killed the guy.
Yeah.
You turn it on
Yeah,
inside,
it was
and
a
it
there
gets
was
so dark
there
out,
was some
you
convergence
can't see
going
how I'm
on.
looking in. I learned that in the 20s when they were still hunting me. I've seen people do some shit, but
Those two took the cake.
Yeah, the lightning gets shit going. Speed freaks fucking in the bushes.
He must know his way around a creaky floorboard and a rusty hinge on a door.
So how'd you get into the hidden paintball shop?
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
But how did you open that door? It took me forever.
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over.
Oh, I suppose that would do it.
Then I saw her turn the light on one night in my scope.
Andy found use for it. A spare key, like the one hanging behind the Union Box window.
You had feelings for her.
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough.
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly, like stones dripping with water. Is he crying?
Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
Is that why you left the flowers on her window?
No,
Why
I
then?
don't really know. I was there one night and she was crying, like a child, in the corner of our room on the floor, like she does sometimes.
When was this?
The day after I killed him.
And you brought her Maybells.
Yes, I don't know why I do the things I do anymore.
She wanted to console her.
Maybe. I told you, I have holes in my brain now. I wouldn't just sit here waiting for you. If you came 10 years ago, I would have killed you.
So you wanted to punish her, so you killed him.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to her.
You stare at them too. In your mind, her innocence day still turns to leaf. Airport bag in hand, silks flowing in her wake.
No. Inland Empire, fuck off.
Fine, for once I'll ignore Inland Empire.
It's no good, Harry. Her voice rings in the evening air.
Well, guess I can't.
Smells of
Oh, shit.
Well, I guess, fuck, none of these are good.
No, these all suck.
Say nothing.
The old man raises his gaze. Something glimmers in the corner of his black eye. A bitter taste on his tongue.
So it wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
It was about bitches.
God damn it.
Thanks, Kuna.
Motive, detective. We have it.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days.
She got away, but she did this.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew. She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
Midtown, across the Bay of Revachol, the oceanic wind washes 40-story towers. Above them, Lucerne Central Aerodrome, a cocoon suspended in the sky by a web of suspension wiring, encircled by hybrid aircraft.
Look north.
On the platform, a young woman is withdrawing from amphetamines, barbiturates, and alcohol. Yet still, she smiles among the crowd, among the great ghosts of the city she's leaving, for another, far south.
Well,
Smaller, distant, hidden, not like the great chandelier she sees sparkle in the night below her. Streetlights, towers, tenements, and water, and across it, a dark strip of ruins, barely visible if she didn't squint her eyes. There, on a dilapidated jetty in a nameless village, 2 police officers and 1 special consultant look across a narrow strip of sea. The ruins of a seafort stick out of the water, built by Philippe II, reappropriated by the Commune, then lost in the landing. He's there, doing what exactly I don't know. Satellite Officer Vicmair points at the ruins. Behind that anti-aircraft something. That's why we can't see him. Special Consultant Heidelstam is optimistic. We'll see the boat when he comes. Let's go get a coffee until then. I know this interesting little place. Where?
thanks, Heidelstam.
As the men go, Patrol Officer Minnow looks back over her shoulder at the crumbling fortification like a rotten tooth rising out of the water. Good luck, Harry, she thinks. You need something good for this.
We can totally get more out of him. He's squealing.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years? You could get more out of him. He likes talking. Enough. Take him in. Bend his arms behind his back and end this.
Those words.
Real music. Real Project Cult. That's La Revacholière, not your rock and roll misanthropy. Chanson de soldat of the black and whites.
You need to address that remark.
I'm just a half-dead police officer doing his job.
The job of a shitlicker.
What's La
It's
Revacholière?
the anthem of the world revolution. One of 3. In Grad, they sang Brave Children, favorites of history. And in Sinyao, it was some Samaran shit, I guess.
How's the song go?
How did it go? Something about shooting rabbits. I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's gone now.
He waves erratically with his hand, annoyed that he can't remember. A little tremor passes through him. It was dear to him. He resents forgetting it.
Oh. Last bit.
Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back. The familiar put of hatred.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house, stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez.
Oh.
It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries. Pumped full of steroids and radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that social democratic union and the farce of a social democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Anything else?
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
That all?
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cop parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our
He would be
graves.
his mortal enemy.
The old
Yeah.
loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too. Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Quayamorang, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
You're really fixated on this pederasty thing.
That's
Oh,
all
yeah.
the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt Frisell is now dead.
Aha. Questions, I see.
We did good when we pushed him under the horse car. Until... in the
Man, what would
30s,
this guy see in
those
Silent Hill, I
disco
wonder?
Oh, boy. It would definitely be a Silent Hill to break the M for mature rating.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his
Oh, I'm
brain's
sorry. I
language
almost talked
center,
over his
leaving
one of the
only
best line deliveries in this game.
sputter. There was something about the statue and nihilistic advertising agency people might be worth investigating.
Please ask him the first one.
Disco whores?
Horse.
God. That's really good.
Horse.
That is very good. Oh, God. I mean, I already have a pretty good idea about all three of these things.
Glad. It's all gone.
Well, I guess
Time to arrest him.
this is where we are.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
This terror, the sum of all the uncontrollable movements and mood swings he's been exhibiting. The wind picks up. The silence on the water is broken all around you. Little shivers of waves appear.
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officer on the scene will be used against you by the prosecutor. You'll be provided legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days.
Do you understand?
Do you understand, sir?
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating. Beads are forming on his forehead. Pupils are dilated too. Eyes getting blacker and blacker.
We don't need your permission. We do need to talk about that boat, though. How are we gonna take him?
Wait!
Wait.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came to the coast. The reeds whisper, stalks rubbing against each other. But then, in the middle of it,
What?
something completely different. It sounds like a bow, very slowly being drawn against the strings of a violin. A very small violin, made of reeds and rushes.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat.
Shh, Kuno, do you hear that?
What?
What a farce. What are you talking about? Is this really us?
Shut up. You can go free. I don't care.
Your skin crawls.
The fuck?
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reeds, limb by limb, to then just stand there, moving its scythe-like arms in ghostly silence.
What is that?
What are you talking about?
The giant stick insect.
Nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. It looks straight at you with its tiny pinprick eyes and its grotesquely small head. You feel your legs shaking under you and your gun hand move to your holster to grab the gun.
A phasmid.
What you see, damn it. I can't make out one small thing in the reeds.
Kuno, look.
Yeah, I can fucking see it.
Thank God. If he can see, then maybe you're not insane. But that means it's really there, spinning slowly, in absolute silence. Its limbs long and slender.
Be very careful.
We're gonna put this entire, arrest on hold to go look at a giant bug.
We're gonna go look at a bug now, excuse me.
It stands on long stilt-like legs, antennae hanging from his head like a woman's hair, white and curled at the tips. It is no more than 5 steps away from you. The segmented antennae move with apprehension, searching for something that's not there. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. As the insect moves its forearms, it produces a faint hiss, like a reel-to-reel machine spinning after the tape breaks. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch.
I can do this. God!
Oh my God.
Damn it!
You are kidding me.
You barely get to take 1 step. The invertebrate reacts with uncanny speed, skating away across the water. It's gone, like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but rings on the sea's calm mirror.
Fuck! Where did it go?
You never had a chance. There was something off the moment you approached it. The creature didn't like you.
Well, I guess we're just not meant to... No, I'm gonna throw a temper tantrum. Fuck this. What's in the box?
There's the rifle scope. And look, the helmet.
Oh, good.
We did get pheromone. We just failed the check, even though it was...
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
we totally, like, we had a 97%.
You rolled a 3, which I think, yeah.
Same exact...
That's a shame.
That was the same exact situation with Kim, too.
Yeah. We've had 2 critical failures this stream.
Yeah, on big fucking checks, too.
On big fucking checks.
Well, we got the helmet.
Yeah, we're just missing the gloves now, which we'll never get, but... Oh, I gotta grab a drink. I'll be back.
Helmet doesn't do much good now. That's aggravating. Fine. Okay, as I was saying, you're under arrest.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
How did you not see that giant fucking stick bug?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets. His gap-toothed mouth shaking with fear and longing. Like an addict of some terrible substance.
Hey, buddy, you there?
A light shiver passes him, followed by nothing. The boy waves his hand in front of the old man's face. The trembling mouth appears to sigh. There's no other response.
Yeah, this fried him. We gotta bring him to a doctor. Good news, this solves our boat and Piggy's problem. He's not going anywhere. He's trapped here.
We found some things in the Phasmid's nest, Mr. Dross.
Stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him.
Look at the helmet.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
I can't believe that helmet, man. I kicked it into the fucking ocean and it washed up here. Or do you think the Phasmid brought it here?
Look at this.
I lost.
You lost it.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
Hey, you took the shot, bang, and got rid of the evidence. Bug brought it back. Sounds about right.
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
I'm gonna let you rest now, Mr. Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal.
What happened to you just now?
He's old and fried. Kuno's seen this, like, after a massive bender. Kuno's dad.
I think it's the
Yeah,
Phasmid.
and then there's that shit. Gramps couldn't take it. It was too much.
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
Before, when I evaluated, he seemed strangely
Kuno
animated.
knows hobos, and Kuno has never seen a hobo sharp like this after so many years of hoboing.
Maybe it's induced by the Phasmid.
Yeah, because look at him now. Not so sharp, is he? And it's gone. Left. Perhaps it's like kept him going, like the drink and the lightning keep my old man.
I think he's addicted to that thing.
Like hooked on the lightning.
He has displayed addict behavior.
True. He's got those gern eyes, doesn't he?
He just couldn't see it.
How? Like, it's pretty fucking huge. How?
No response.
Maybe this is how the Phasmid has stayed hidden all these years.
Fuck, did we see it? Oh wait, the longer it's there, like it needs time to sink in, and if you spend time with it.
You forget it's there.
Yo, you ever seen a giant fucking insect?
Who knows how much time
Yeah,
in the company of the
you see that
insect.
too? Got a little jumpy there, didn't you? I know that vibe. I'm off me lightning too. Yeah, old man.
We're all sober
hang tight.
today, Kuno.
Let's slowly
You're not
start
special.
shuffling off Death Island, okay? We're about done here.
So, all right. The Phasmid encounter is an incredible thing. But you do have to kind of earn it. Unfortunately, we just rolled that. There's not much else.
Let's check our loads here real quick. It is 7:39. Well, let's see. When was this? 8 minutes ago? Maybe? Maybe.
I hope it's 8 minutes ago, because like we were in a pretty long conversation with Dros.
We've been talking to Dros for almost an hour.
Oh yeah, as you would expect in this game.
But this save might have been maybe before the Phasmid? This game might load eventually? Yeah!
Oh, there it is.
Phasmid.
All right, let's see if we can get this time.
Listen, read like tuck. The hiss is different from the strings you
There's no reason. Yeah, we talked to Lena, we got the pheromones.
lower pitch.
We cannot possibly do anything to make this easier. There we go. Fuck you, probability.
Breath held. You take 2 small steps toward the Phasmid.
I think this is worth
The creature
reloading
lets out
for.
a series of ultrasonic clicks that swarm around your head like swallows. Like laughter, a sort of happiness. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and expel air. It's smelling you. Hissing and clicking, it extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below it now, looking up at the colossal chitin of its white limbs. The head of the creature is crowned by reeds, and its eyes are like small droplets of water.
Hello, I'm Harry. I don't really know who I am.
No reply. A total ancient silence comes from its mouth, along with what appears to be some kind of foam. The stridulations of its limbs continue all around you. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth parts of the creature, on its segmented lower lip. It looks to be foaming, slowly. The foam is white, then yellowish.
So those traps we were setting.
Oh yeah, no, they were way too small.
The faintest smell, like you've never felt before. Like burnt roses.
Oh no, it's foaming.
Whoa! Maybe it's poison? Fucking hell!
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt caramel, as the insect moves its mouth parts, masticating. The little bubbles begin to burst, one by one, letting out that same smell, like summer burning. Apricot blossoms, white blossoms erupting, a sensation like cold hands on your face.
Tell me, what are you doing?
I exist.
I exist too.
Tell me what it's like for you.
I'm ill.
What is your illness?
My body... Oh, wow. It's in my heart.
For me, it is not like that. I have states, not the emotions. For example, I experience excitement at unexpected sugar rewards.
Ooh, sugar
But
rewards.
that is not important. Now I will tell you how it is for me. For me, it is a series of half-lit images, a kind of darkness, being intruded upon, transient, dim, moist.
Intruded upon by what?
Shapes of plants and animals, and internal sensations. A swarm of sounds, tiny vibrations on the inside of my forearms. All speak of complexities totally beyond my understanding. I am at the end of a narrow funnel, weightless, so light, it only feels like something to be me. In truth, perhaps I'm nothing. I certainly do not have a soul, and if I did, it would never ache.
The fuck is happening to me right now?
I don't know. You're just a shadow for me. Far away, faintly transmitting, but for a curious smell.
I'm glad to be a sensitive
Few of
instrument.
us can begin to imagine the horror of you, with all of creation reflected in your forebrain. It must be like the highest of hells, a kaleidoscope of fire and writhing glass. Eternal damnation.
It do be like that sometimes.
Even when
Hey, we
you're
try to
asleep,
think about what it's like to be
and
human, and we
you're
can only
awake,
conclude that it fucking
you carry
sucks.
it around on your neck, with eyes open that cannot help but swallow more behind the mirror. I feel great, mute empathy for you.
Look, I'm keeping my shit together.
That must be incredibly hard. The Arthropods are in silent and meaningless awe of you. Know that we're watching. When you're tired, when the vision spins out of control, the insects will be looking on, rooting for you. And when you fall, we will come to raise you up. Bud from you, banner-like, blossom from you and carry you apart in a sky funeral, in honor of your passing. But not me, because I'm just a leaf eater.
Oh, good.
Detective,
Yes?
arriving. On the scene.
Is this a dream?
No, you're awake. I am real. Light is forming me. This is real.
I am a detective.
So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. What were you born to detect?
Also that.
I can also detect pheromones. The ones on you tell me that you are not with me, and that I will benefit from your closeness. In short, I love you.
Aw, the giant stick bug loves us. What exactly are you?
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmadia, endemic to the Insulandian Insula. For the last 350 years, I have hidden in plain sight, masquerading as the reeds, molding, cloning myself, unfolding at night to play with trash bins and boys, and went unnoticed by the first settlers and the land surveyors of the suzerain. Also, by the soldiers of the revolution and the officials of the occupation. Even the Seminese islanders who came here first, but did not stay, have not seen me. I have stayed hidden through 4 forms of government and 2 scientific revolutions, until I was accidentally discovered by a detective of the citizen militia in Revachol, district of Martinez, March 51.
That's me. So where's this all come from?
Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily.
Was it by God?
I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or a reed. Yum yum.
I have to say goodbye now. I have no more thoughts. Those were all of the thoughts.
No, there is one more.
You are definitely the kindest creature I've ever met.
Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you. That woman, turn from the ruin. Turn and go forward. Do it for the working class.
For the working class.
Middle class. It doesn't take a 3-meter stick insect to tell you that.
It's smelling me.
This is so sick. It likes you.
The insect's head is crowned with reed-like scales, the shape of seed heads. They rustle as the air moves. The ventricles at its abdomen continue expanding, like lunglets, breathing you in, your sour, greasy semiochemicals on the breeze.
Raise my
The
hand.
insect stops its streak.
I love how even at this point, the voice in Harry's head is still trying to come up for reasons why his wife left him.
Detect motion, glittering. The world stands still around you.
Like, he clearly hallucinated that whole conversation.
What, the phasmid?
Yeah.
There is silence.
Maybe.
Other hand.
I guess that's entirely up for
Vertebrate
debate,
comes
yeah.
to life, its limbs moving independent of each other.
I was
The mind of its
unsure what was happening, but when the bug made that crack about his wife being upper middle class, then I was just like, oh, okay, that's Harry's inner voice.
praying to you.
That's right. Pray to me. I am your god, bug person.
The insect continues its stridulations. As it moves, tuft-like structures still pretending to be plants rustle along on its joints. Perhaps it is preparing to eat its god.
No, do not eat your god. Disengage.
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water. The long limbs carrying.
So there's one more thing to this that we can't do because Kim is not here.
Oh.
Kim has a camera.
Oh, we could have gotten a picture of it.
Hey, you can get a picture if you pass a check. You can get a picture.
I hope we can, like, interact with Lena one last time and show her the
Like
picture.
that, it's gone, skating away across the sea's calm mirror like a skipping stone, leaving nothing but circles on the water. And something under it, in the place it stood, bobbing there, among the reeds, a collection of items.
It's gone. Between those reeds there. Fucking Helican.
What's that in the water?
Fuck? Is that ceramic? And more stuff. Like a nest in the reeds. We should peep it. Fucking hell.
What now?
In some kind of strange, semi-catatonic state.
Yeah. Grandpa's not looking so good. We need to check on him.
Okay, now we have spoken to the phasmid.
Well, we're not going to find all the armor pieces or talk about Sunday night, apparently.
What is it?
Something is very wrong with him now. See? The man like an addict of some terror.
Yeah, this is
The boy
this is the conversation we just went through.
We gotta bring him to a doctor. Good news. Yeah, old man.
All right, then we go back.
Sweet. Waiting. We got Vikmar and the other two.
Vikmar and Idlestern, and I can't remember the woman's name.
Milroy, something like that.
Something like that.
They're all waiting for us in the fishing village. It was a giant stick bug all along.
We have one more thing left to do.
The Col de Mamadakwa is what led us to the stick bug.
You know what? Just let's throw all our skill points into things. I mean, not thoughts, because we really can't.
Yeah, the Col de Mamadakwa is just what led us to the stick bug. Fuck, that's a lot of skill points.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Shivers 10. All right, sure.
I am one with the city. One more thing we gotta do. What could it be? And to think, if you play on hardcore mode, you get XP at every check. So I would have, so I would have even more, like, you can probably max out your fucking skills if that's the case.
But checks are harder.
Yes. But as you get more skill points, then that balances out and presumably then is overcompensated. So sounds like it would be harder at first. And then it would get easier.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
All right.
We did good shit here, detective.
We did such good shit.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. The sea is calm. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
We found our badge, we found our gun, we found the killer, we saved the town.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
I've had a rough couple of days.
No thanks to you.
It is completely unimportant compared to what you've just seen. This is the man with sunglasses from the Whirling in Rags. But where are his sunglasses?
No one else seems bothered by the bleeding.
Bothered by it? Harry, you look like you need a fucking organ transplant. Oh, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Yeah, there's this giant bug.
Not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Hey, you're the man with the sunglasses.
And you're bleeding.
Kuno, you still have my back, right?
Pigs here.
Even though we're all pigs here, you and Kuno are more pigs than the rest of the pigs. He'll have your back. Only later.
Who are you people?
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several occasions.
Have we?
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your special task force. Or what's left of it.
We did never find out who La Puta Madre is.
Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Battle Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
Hello.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Task force. Cool. I'm the Kuno. We just came from the fucking island.
Listen, Kuno. Harry and I are old friends from way back. Mind letting us have a moment? Won't be long. I just need to talk to Harry about some of the things I think he's done wrong lately.
Good luck with that. Sounds like you're in some shit.
What's this
Harry,
about?
we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond idiotic. You should never.
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science. My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit kid. What an interesting moniker.
Shit, kid.
You.
All right.
Shit kid. That's
Our
you.
final encounter.
Despite all that you've done, the deserter,
Talk to
the
our
Phasma,
partner.
The case.
Despite all that I've done,
No, because of all that you've done.
you aren't the man with the sunglasses. You're not even blonde.
Guilty as charged. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. I wanted to see if it was true, and it was. Good work, Harry. You're insane now. There's one less person for me and everyone else to rely on.
He was too sarcastic for you to realize who he was.
Maybe if you hadn't been sarcastic, I would have realized I knew you.
Depressed, Harry. Sorry if I wasn't in the mood to batter you up after you told us to fuck off.
Actually, I suspected something was off.
Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry? Don't answer that. You don't remember.
Judging by the familiarity you feel toward him, 2 years minimum? Or maybe a short but close stint on the task force. He's right. Don't start guessing. Now's not a good time.
How did you know I was here?
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
After all that Sylvie stuff, he betrays me.
Shit, kid. He didn't betray you. He just told us the direction you went in. Who's Sylvie?
Sylvie's a girl I hooked him up with, and I saved his establishment.
French. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant aerograffito in front of the building. It was on fire.
Yeah, I lit it on fire. It was a poetic gesture.
I knew it. Didn't I tell you, Trant? I told you it was our shit, kid.
The line is from Lou Giatun's Mirova 82, isn't it? About girl-child communism, the titular returning character to ghost the apparition of... Good choice, Harry.
He is correct. It was the Seraillese poet Lou Giatun who, in the 50s of the last century, composed her.
Don't encourage him, Trant.
Okay.
How dare you cut off the voice in my head?
Cutting off encyclopedia.
I'm sorry. I didn't recognize you
It's
before.
okay. I didn't come here to gloat or to fool you. Neither did he, actually. We're just worried.
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried about you. Every time you don't show up to work, or when you do about stink, you're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried about you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried about you. Everyone worries instead of working.
Duped again. No one is who they say they are.
Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Gardener, scab leader, this. Kuno, are you?
Fuck, pig. The name's gone now. Not Kuno. It's lamer. Lamer than I said it was.
My God, Kuno.
Kuno, you betrayer!
Try not to shit yourself, please.
So, Trent Heidelstein turns out to be Special Consultant Trent Heidelstein.
I'm Trant Heidelstein. I never said I wasn't Trant Heidelstein.
So what are you special consulting then?
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories developed in Königstein in the 30s, like partial psychotraumatic amnesia, group personality theory.
He's here to see if you're insane. He is smart.
Yeah, that's the only reason he's here is to assess our sanity.
You mentioned a task force.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Refresh my memory. Who else is in this?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me, Jude, Trant fucking Heidelstein, and Guillaume.
Why does he always say that?
He just really doesn't like Trent.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Who's Guillaume Bevy?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Trant because I'm forcing him to stay.
So what does the unit do?
It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
Where have you been? There was this tribunal, the city, the bad man's...
Damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All we burn. Detect or die.
That does sound like
That does sound like us.
Right, you. I would have never let you abduct a kid and take him on a creepy boat trip in the middle of fucking March.
Hey, that kid is a fucking speed-addicted psychopath.
You talking about Kuno? Major Kuno wasn't abducted, you fucking fat dink. Fuck out of here.
All will burn, Satellite Officer Viekmark. Make no mistakes about that.
Here we go. Alcoholic delirium. Visions. All must pay.
None of this is ringing any bells. I don't know any of you people.
Drinking because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, hell, and soul.
As displayed in the station,
you forgot
our
everything.
Interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Who were you?
Interesting. I have my theories.
He was standing in front of the Feld building with his kid.
Harry.
Fuck a doodly doo. You're right. That's where I saw this guy.
Psychologically and why not socioeconomically?
You think I'm so poor? I lost my memory?
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory. I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still, I don't think it should be off the table here.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
Yes.
No, not like that. I'm not talking Vredefort's school here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
Might have something to do with an anomaly in the church. A 2-millimeter hole in the world.
Corresponding to the 20-centimeter hole in your brain. Sure. This theory has great symmetry. I see how it folds into itself neatly.
Precisely, Satellite Officer Viekmark. It's Martinez.
I'll explain later, but there's another man who lost his memory. A crab man.
Crab man. Look, I get it. In your delirium, you came up with an anthroponetic explanation for why you're such an insane drunk. I've been there. Perhaps it's not because he's a petulant teenager in a 40-year-old man's body. Perhaps it's pale-related. Perhaps it's extra-physical. Or perhaps it can be cured with mesmerism. But then I think, no, that's unlikely. He's probably just an asshole. A drunk asshole who pretends to have amnesia to get out of shit.
But Detective Viekmark, he has blanked out before.
I have?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the 2 drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
So you don't remember not remembering. Beautiful.
I have a history of this kind of thing?
First he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
You're attributing a lot of fucking planning on my part. I don't think I'm that competent.
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in?
It
What
is.
if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
Capitalism is so bad, it's easier to just forget everything.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input.
That'll stress you the fuck out.
To the free market. He just needed for its end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad I got you. Will he or will he not be able to work in the major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
I'm ready to lead again.
No one even mentioned that. I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the party? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
What now?
No, nothing. No,
Really?
no. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to a motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Hold on. In the ocean?
Yes, in the ocean, under the sea. our work vehicle with fishing clams and numbers.
The time had come. Tequila sunset.
Ho, ho, ho. Tequila sunset, not sunrise because you're almost dead. So funny, Harry. Thank you for fucking me. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of my payslip. You know that, right? You're gonna get fired, and I'm gonna pay till I die. It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
I got my badge right here.
Rush to demonstrate your badge. Your eager fingers can't sustain a grip of smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Catch it.
12.
Boxcars.
Not today, badge.
Behold, my badge.
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements. What is it with all these material objects?
Gun, 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 gun.
The thing that was given to you to kill people.
Oh, God.
Behold all my guns. If anything, I need more hands.
I don't care about your collection, you hoarding freak. Is one of them your service weapon? I only want to know about that one gun.
Yeah, I get that.
These are great guns.
Shut up. Show me your sidearm, or
What the fuck you talking about? The last joke in Disco Elysium.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
Yeah, I'm drunk and also on drugs.
For, huh? I suspect escape, Harry. Classy as something. Because you were too high to assess our flight risk.
We've read the reports. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
It doesn't matter. You have no idea what I just discovered.
Oh, well. If you got really high, then I guess it's okay. Then it's all been worth it. Let's not even get into the other suspect, who shot herself in the head, or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 7 people who were gunned down, the streets are literally red with blood. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is barely clinging to life in the hospital. Harry, it was fucking mass murder.
Yo, I'ma stop you right there, fuckface. It's Kuno time.
Yeah.
That's it.
Here we go.
Has arrived.
I did everything I could. The company had hired unvetted.
Explained enough, pig. Kuno takes care of this shit now. First of all, yo, those guys were all f***ed. The guys in the army. The union guys.
God damn it.
So yeah, suck Kuno's dick. You don't know me.
Thank you, Kuno.
You don't know what happened here. You don't know this shit. Automatic fucking weapons. Urban battleground shit. Battle lines drawn in blood. Blood meridian. You don't know this shit. Now, Kuno wasn't there. Right, you getting this? Kuno was breaking it up with Kuno's main bitch, see? Pattern of the ways shit. But when Kuno got there, Pig had fucking cleaned up. Blood and ruin. Smoked all those dinky fuckers. Saved this shit. Martinet shit. I see he's more.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he wouldn't have had time.
Got semi-wasted. Sent to the boo-boo-mobile. Kuno steps up. Kuno fucking fills those shoes. Big boy shoes. Detective Kuno.
He comes to a sudden, abrupt stop.
And then other stuff
Are you
happened.
done?
Yo, Kuno feels like you weren't really listening to Kuno. You were hearing, but you weren't listening. Fucking the armor boys came to Martinez to fuck shit up. Hardy boys or whatever the fuck they are. They were telling everyone and their mum how they wasted one of those armor fucks. It was always gonna go down like that. My pig stepped up, got fucked in the leg for it. Sacrifice style.
Not bad, Kuno. Could be a little shorter, though.
Nah, fuck that.
Yes, I understand. He was in the fight.
Second, you dinky fucking asshole! This pig right here, this oink oink motherfucker solved that shit on Death Island. Case solved. Go home or fuck off.
Yeah, and he's not 10, he's fucking 12.
Yeah, Kuno's been around, seen shit, real shit. He's not a fucking toddler.
He appreciated you.
Yeah, go home or fuck off.
Really, I...
Don't think it's a good idea to let him speak. You may want to rethink your strategy of letting a 12-year-old present your case.
Okay, point is, we solved the fucking case.
Fucked up grandpa did it. Fucking grandpa in the woods or some shit. Old shit. Kuno doesn't know about that. Look, the real shit here is...
This old soldier
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, straggler, sure. Are you getting this smart shit? The old fuck killed him. Confessed to it too. We got him snitching on himself. Popo style.
A straggler from the revolution.
Yeah, fucko. He's on the island right now, in a coma or some shit. Oh, and we also got the gun. Gun of the killer shit. You know what I mean? Now, let's get our big boy shit on.
Big boy shit?
Yeah, big shit. Now listen up, Sue fuck. You're gonna shit yourself because it's gonna get wacko natural.
Wait, it's not that... What? Fuck it, yeah, it's gonna get wacko natural.
There's a fucking 4-ton mantis on the island.
What? Sorry, kid. Me and Harry need to.
Yo, this is like the biggest moment in history right now. You wanna fucking listen to what's coming out of Kuno's mouth. We saw the giant insect, white as fuck. Literally the Insulindian phasmid or some shit. Praying mantis style. It was 3 meters tall, and this pig right here.
His hand is shaking with rage and excitement.
This fucking old popo discovered it. Me and the pig bacon discovered a new species. It was beautiful. It was... You ain't seen this kind of animal before? Fucking miracle shit.
He gulps, overcome with awe.
This case, this fucking grandpa shit, this ugly shit, it's nothing. We saw a ghost, a real life ghost. Like he fucking proved ghosts are real. It's that big, Popo. It's fucking...
His eyes are weighing up now.
Why are you not fucking shitting yourselves? What's wrong?
Did he just say Insulindian phasmid?
I don't know. I zoned out. Harry. I'm and pin it on him.
You aren't fucking listening. The bump is nothing. This is science history here. It was the Insulindian phasmid. It's connected to the shit. Tell him.
Damn right it is.
Lieutenant, please. You have to have more than just some mantis. The straggler, stick to that. You said you solved the murder.
It's not going well. Present something now.
We don't have a
Something
photo.
sane and clear. Make
Oh,
your
no.
something that proves you haven't lost your mind. No, there was a giant insect, and they have to understand that. You will find proof.
I also started a nightclub and a drug lab in the church.
It sounded like you set up a drug lab.
Yeah, and a nightclub in the church. It was huge. Yeah, and the club is called Disco Elysium.
Care what your drug lab is called. Ah, fuck it. You're done as a cop. Become a polonium dealer for all I care.
Stop squealing on yourself. Kuno needs to get out of this shithole. Pig's talking whack to impress you. It didn't go down like that. He done good. Tell them.
I confiscated drugs from Kuno's dad.
You really fucked the Kuno on that. But that's old shit. Kuno's now. Pig's just being a good pig. That's cool to Kuno.
Great, thanks. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. Fuck it, it's alright.
I did.
Honestly,
I did do
anything but the drink.
As a dead man on the boardwalk, I found a missing person.
Fallen through a gap in a boardwalk.
How did you know?
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue. I had Tilbrook and Mullins take care of funeral arrangements and family stuff.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry. This all comes back to us.
Still, good work with the missing person, detective.
Yeah, I did good work.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
And I also solved the mystery of the doomed commercial area.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is.
the curse turned out to be intraponetical.
No, it didn't. It didn't turn out to be intraponetical again. Enough with 2mm holes and the giant bugs. This isn't Paradox B. We're a police force.
I sense you don't believe me.
Paradox B is a fringe science magazine published in Grad. Its mission is to explain theories like telekinesis and intra-isolary how before they get out of hand.
What were you even doing in some commercial area? Your job was to solve a murder, not Martinez.
This pig helps people, okay? He's a fucking handy helper. He does that shit. He finds insects and solves side shit. It's his style. Side style?
Jean, it is his style.
It is my style.
Definitely your style to solve side shit.
We got the killer. Strong motive and everything.
A revolutionary matronym.
What?
The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as a chauvinist atavism, so they used matronyms, derived from the mother's name instead. This man would be Lillian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolutions failed, but not before making it to Revachol.
This detail bolsters your straggler theory.
It is what a soldier of the ICM would be called.
Okay, Trant, thank you. I get it. Harry, no more giant insects. You said you have a motive?
This narrow-minded pig.
Bring him to heel. Get the kid in line. You could use his help here.
He was jealous and he killed the mercenary.
He's what, 80, 90? Didn't you say he's been in hiding since the revolution?
Yeah, Suit. Check this shit out. The Merc was banging some chick he wanted to bang, so we shot him. Chick's called Klaasje.
Klaasje, as in the suspect he let escape from Kitsuragi's report.
Fucking snitch beano clad. That chick. Get over it, pig. She didn't do it. It was Grandpa on the island. Merc was fucking her, and he couldn't hack it. Kuno can hack it.
He also had political reasons.
Yeah, politics shit. My pig also connected, like, the weapon to him.
He's a trained sniper.
Okay, and he'll confess to the prosecution too?
I think once he's resuscitated, yeah.
Resuscitated? That sounds great.
Jean, he has it. No more cooperation needed. He had a civilian there for the confession. This is doable.
Okay, we'll see about it when we get Coast Guard on the island.
This left a mark. They can't deny it, son. You
bastard. Got him.
There. No one is saying anything. The silence agrees. This is good. They can't deny it.
But there really was a giant bug.
No, I don't have to believe you made a zoological discovery. That is not a must. And even if you did, you're a cop. Who cares?
You know, Harry, if I may interrupt again, it would help if you had evidence. Any proof and I'd play ball here. The pure potential would be quite something for the RCM.
Suit, we have a shitload of proof. Spin it on them, pig.
No, we don't.
Consider more than one piece of evidence. Choose wisely. Put the best proof forth, as solid as you've got.
None of these is good.
None of these are evidence.
It reproduces by parthenogenesis?
Well, that's not exactly proof. It's a theory. But it is...
So we need the photo.
Fucking gimp. It's more than interesting. Kuno's pig's laying down science here. Shit's legit.
Okay, one question. How do you know that?
I approached it and we had a conversation.
Talked? Okay. What you're giving us, it's not news. It's not proof or an observation. It's a cryptozoological factoid. You can get it from Paradox B, Aquarius, any mystery station. Here's my theory.
What's your theory?
You experience a delirium hallucination. It's typical of cognitive damage from years of chronic alcoholism. You started seeing shit in the Ritz and convinced this poor kid of it too.
Well, that's...
Poor kid. Fuck you. Kuno's loaded. Can't believe you're not believing me.
Maybe it's true. No, it's not true. It was there. It was real. You remember every detail of its sounds, its movements, its presence.
Well, I did have a conversation with a corpse.
That's it. No more fast-meat talk. There's no pure value in delirium tremens.
Plants turning into bugs is a typical hallucination. Archetypical even, dating back to many ancient tribal societies.
Fucking Kuno doesn't have a photo camera because Kuno is fucking poor. Okay? That sucks about the Kuno. So Kuno didn't take a fucking photo and Kuno didn't paint a fucking picture. But it's in my head. In here. Kuno's eyes took the picture. It's right fucking here. I can't believe you're not getting this.
Kuno, please. If it's on the island, then it will be seen again. Calm down.
It will never be seen again. It wasn't seen for 100 years. Fuck Kuno and let's all pretend there was no miracle. We don't need a giant insect. Everything is
God, this goes so differently if you have Kim.
Sheer willpower in him must be making some dent in their incredulity. Some part of them must be thinking, if he is that certain, and they are not, come on.
So, want to take the hot shit bet?
Sure, you get the case together. You can do police work. In bouts. That's not a surprise to me. Even the insect. I don't care. But you're an alcoholic, and you've been drinking. Again. I won't let my life unravel because of this.
He has. That's true.
There's an enormous sadness in that admission.
It's tough. One of the toughest addictions to overcome. Comparable only to heavy synthetic opiates. Even morphine is easier to kick than alcohol, statistically. The odds are against him, especially at his age.
Thanks, Dick.
He's too old. He's been like this for too long. I've seen him try many times. It's a farce by now.
They're leaving. They're all turning away from you.
Nobody loves me.
Declare yourself a doomed man. A doomed man does not need comfort from anything. He can go on without drink or help, like a clockwork. For the world, for the planetary proletariat. Compared to the intersection in front of Video Revachol 24, it's nothing. Compared to that, everything is possible.
Thank you, Inland Empire.
Think. You can detect in Jamrock, Boogie Street, Kuron, Leroyam, Underground, Coal City, on the 881. It will all be yours to sift through when the last snow has melted. Stop and you can go to the burnt out quarter and meet me there, wafting above the burnt ruins, like the smell of caramel. Lurateur is waiting.
For the white banner of the commune.
Listen to this shit, man.
Detective, I just don't want this trial to go on any longer. It's cold outside and let's just go.
Fucking Harry, fuck you for bringing this kid with you. It's only because he's defending you. It's the only reason you're not staying here to die.
It's more than that. He just can't. One final time.
You manipulative son of a bitch. It is cold, and we have vehicles in the square. The bird needs to be taken into custody. Let's get a move on.
Now you will finally get to know who you are.
Wait, I have some questions.
The man looks westward, impatiently, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who am I?
Who are you? You're a gym teacher, Harry. Well,
what?
Obviously you're not a gym teacher anymore, but...
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe...
A guerrilla soldier gym teacher?
No, a regular one.
I was a rock and roll singer.
You haven't told us about that. You just told us about being a gym teacher.
Well, that explains a lot.
That explains everything. The running, the jumping, the guns on your arms, your whack mustache.
How I can run for 6 hours a day?
How you spin kicked the kipped out, gymnast style. Kuno seen this shit before? In gym.
The raw, robust stamina output. Also, this guy. Just everything about this guy.
Oh god, contact Mike.
You've been on about Mike again. I hate that guy.
When was this? When was I a gym
20s
teacher?
or late 20s. You've really let yourself go since then.
Contact Mike is that thing.
You don't say. Does he also vault an impassable gulf of finance and privilege?
It is getting cold out.
Said I was, okay, I see.
Kuno fucking knew there had to be something wrong if you can run like that.
The Phasmid.
Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road in Jamrock. Remember?
That.
Tabernacle? It's on the way over. Near where you live on Perdition.
Fine, if we're gonna drop you off anyway.
She's going to be over the moon.
Yay, I can tell Lena.
Good news to someone for a change.
Am I a dirty cop working for La Puta Madre? No. Because a suspect seemed to think...
Unstable to work for a mob boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No mob boss would take you.
That's an excellent point.
I assure you, I wouldn't consult for a corrupt unit.
He would immediately backpedal out of it. I told you it's not that bad.
Why am I like this?
Mystery. Some chick fucked you over. Also, you were drunk.
That makes sense.
Really went with it too. Really maximized the damage.
Was her name Dora?
Dora Engelund, I think.
Not Dora Dubois.
So we weren't even
No
married?
one is married anymore. This is Revachol.
When was this?
God, I don't know. 6 years ago. She was way before my time.
Oh, so this didn't just happen. This is...
Yeah.
Okay.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
6 years?
Yeah. Or 7. You're not doing too good there. It's an old man thing. 2 old years equals 1 normal year. That and Dora Engelund really tore you a new one.
Who was she?
Incredibly bangable.
Uh-huh.
She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous bourgeois woman. Wayfish. Like a Welkin, basically.
Snow Welkin. Blonde Welkin. Heartbreak Welkin. Pain Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's obvious you formed a real spiritual connection with how pretty she was. One you never recuperated from.
Look, the sun is about to go down.
Judith's like, can we please?
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the river. Way east. Hard to say which came first, the middle-class chick or the drink. Egg and the chicken kind of thing. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist about this shit. Not a psychologist. Several degrees harder. Is there something harder than a psychiatrist? A forensic psychiatrist? Go talk to that.
In other words, he's heard enough about this.
What kind of station is Precinct 41?
With the bloody murder station, haven't you heard? With the bad guys. No one likes us.
No. What? Bitches dream of the 41st? Why do you think Kuno's in this shit? Weird is, it's fucking violent. Your Captain Price just did like 1,000 people.
Thank you, Kuno. You're being kind. It's an understaffed station and the district is too big, which is why we need to...
Get back to it. We left Torson and McLean to run the C-Wing. It's not good.
Okay, so I work in the murder station.
It's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there, hard, every day.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Revachol. Faubourg, technically, but it's divided into 11 districts. Jamrock only has us.
Kuno's liking this shit. Jamrock is the real shit. Mayonnaise is fucking white as balls. See shit. This ain't a real ghetto.
Thank you, Kuno. You bring light to my day.
Alright, Kuno, what are you gonna do?
What do you think? Gonna rock that law enforcement shit with you guys? Detective Kuno? Like you promised?
He chews on a piece of imaginary chewing gum.
Like you promised?
I didn't promise anything.
Guys, Kuno's enrolling in a junior officer
No,
program.
he's not. He's 12.
Kuno's fucking 19?
To be 15 for the junior officer program. You're not even that.
Hey, you don't get it? Kuno's got pick all over him. Kuno smells of bacon grease. Being seen with you, fucking informant shit. You think no one sees this? They're gonna hang me by the nuts if you leave me here. You want that on you? A dead kid? Or you want Kuno at your station solving shit? Like we just did?
Good job, Kuno.
His hands are shaking and his face is white.
Oh, he's fucking terrified.
He's genuinely scared of being left behind. It's not the locals he's worried about, but an 11-year-old girl.
Oh no. Gino and Kuno at our station, solving this shit.
Can't be a cop, Harry. He's 12, and he says every fourth.
Okay, we
I
can
won't say it anymore.
work on that.
Okay, Kuno, enough with the slur.
His teeth are clenched, and his throat moves in a gulping motion.
Maybe you can take the kid with you. Enroll him a year earlier and say he's 14. If he...
I promise I won't say it.
Detective Kuno Doroita.
Oh, for God's sake. Yes, we'll do it.
Another sigh of surrender.
Woo!
Wow.
Recruit Detective Kuno.
Ultra rare.
All right.
End.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jamrock.
Under the afternoon sky, the great district hums. A chessboard of wooden houses, 80,000 living souls, and chimney stacks. Fire traps as far as the eye can see. From Main Street to Precinct 41, to Boogie Street, forking into the snow-swept horizon. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. A lone woman sits by a factory window, dreaming of meteorite strikes. On Rue de Saint-Jérôme, a square bullet slides into a square-shaped chamber. In Old South, a man without eyelids smiles. Spring has come. It's time. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstam? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois? Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint pen. It's dim in his office, and the curtains are drawn. Harry's our man. He'll pull through. When he does, he'll...
Oh, this is when they were picking people for the task force.
Gottlieb returns to the list. Minnow? Of course.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Or they're taking stock of their squad.
Oh, I see. What about Junior Detective DeRoida? God. God damn. Yeah, I would play a sequel to this game. Fuck.
There's so much that can change there. Like, that conversation still ends with you getting in the car, I think.
Sure.
But that whole conversation is so... Yeah.
I would play a sequel to this game. I would not ask the devs to do what it must have taken to make this again. Jesus.
God, that's so different with, like, Kim really sticks up for you that whole time. I think, but that's really funny. Making Kuno into a cop.